Do you know what? First of all, you are going to have an amazing accomplishment at the beginning of this week, like incredible, amazing accomplishment. And you are going to feel extremely, extremely excited. And most importantly, you are going to feel so proud of yourself when it comes to this particular achievement. And this achievement that you're going to have, this accomplishment, this achievement that you are going to have, it's going to make you feel so happy, because at the same time you are going to feel like you want to celebrate literally how happy you're actually going to be. This is going to mean to you so much because it's more personal than anything else, and this in itself, it's about to open up so many new doors for you. You don't even know this just yet, but in as little as 3 weeks time, in exactly 3 weeks time, there are going to be two mind-blowing opportunities you are going to have, and both of these opportunities are going to be equally as important, and I suggest you to take them both on. They're going to be two giant opportunities, but I do suggest you to take them both on. They are meant to be in your life. They are meant to be part of your life. They are strictly connected to your destiny, to your soul purpose, and to your life purpose. And do not get scared like, oh my God, which one am I going to go for? Because I know that you're going to be in two minds, and the answer is that you need to go for both of them, because that way you're going to find out something so special about yourself, something that you're going to find out about some kind of skill that you didn't even know you actually had. So this in itself, it's going to really kind of be such a giant step towards your future, and it's also going to speed up so much in your life that was like prolonged for way too long. But the problem is, at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Leonie, when I said that you're going to have accomplishment, you're going to have this achievement, you will want to celebrate, only 3 days later, something like, please don't attack me, but only 3 days later, something kind of, oh God, a little bit dark and a little bit negative, it's actually going to happen. It's to do with this sudden change, which is going to kind of cause just a little bit of chaos in your life, and it's going to put you in a mode to reevaluate certain things, But then again, at the same time, it's like a tower situation. Then at the same time, what you're going to realize that this was absolutely imminent. This tower, this negative situation would have happened like a sooner or later, and this is what's going to become absolutely evident and absolutely obvious to you. So very soon, from oh my God mode, you're going to go into, oh thank God, it happened now, so it's not going to happen later. It's something that I had to deal with anyway. So this is brilliant, because at the same time, when that happens, what you're going to need to understand is that you need to give in order to receive. Okay, when that happens, that tower situation, that sudden change, that it's going to bring just a little bit of chaos into your life, but it's going to put you into this mode where you're going to need to reevaluate certain things. Within this line somewhere, you need to pay attention to details as much as you possibly can, because this in itself is going to point you towards the direction when it comes to you knowing what do you need to give in order to receive. This is all about giving in order to receive. The more you give, more you are going to receive. This is going to lead towards you gaining a respect. This is going to lead towards you gaining stability. This is going to lead towards you gaining a structure and focus into your life, which is ultimately leads towards you like really kind of having a completely different perspective on somebody's dishonesty that you are going to become aware of. You're going to become aware of someone being quite dishonest, somebody was lying something to you, but then again, this would normally like really put you off, and it would make you feel really negative or bad. It would throw you out of balance. But now this is all going to contribute towards you as seeing this in a completely different light, from a completely different perspective, where you are going to realize, because someone is so dishonest, you're going to realize what a high standards you actually have. So this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because it's only going to work in your favor. And especially when it comes to you at the beginning of this week, like going through these sudden and unexpected changes, what you need to understand is that basically it's not about you having these sudden and unexpected changes, but then again at the same time, any options that you have, dark Lala comes in, dark Lala, any options you have to kind of like a really kind of review carefully, because remember what I said before, it's important to read in between the lines, and that in itself, it's really kind of gonna make you aware of the fact how powerful you actually are. And you're gonna be in this mode like, oh my god, like you're gonna realize to never ever underestimate the ability to make your dreams come true, because you are going to find yourself on the actual path that you've been dreaming about for so long. You will know that there is going to be the hard work ahead, but it's just all about you being in the right frame of mind, and that's something that is ever so important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Leonich, when it comes to the beginning of this week, I'm sorry, but this is not going to be resonating with everybody what I'm going to say now, but a great deal of you, my gorgeous Leonie, loads of you are going to be having some kind of a surgery, or you're going to become aware of some kind of a surgery. Okay, so I'm not saying that every single Leonie is going to be going through some kind of a surgery, but loads of you are going to become aware of some kind of a surgery, maybe now, maybe a little bit later. I don't want to sound scary. I don't want to sound like, oh my god, this is not like something that is going to put your life in danger whatsoever, but it's also going to be something that is going to be so important for you to do. But I know, so please don't get me wrong, so lots of Leos are going to become aware of some kind of a surgery that you need to have. Okay? And I'm not saying every single one of you. Maybe some of you are going to become aware of it a little bit later at around this time. But I see this indication and it's screaming at me. And I know that this is what is going to be going on. And why am I talking about this so much? If there is some kind of surgery that you are going to become aware of, that you need to go forward with, it's not a kind of life-threatening. It's not like really horrible, but it's just all about you putting yourself in the right frame of mind, because I know that lots of you are going to be nervous and lots of you are going to be like, oh my god, be scared about it. So you just need to think about it in a different way. Instead of worrying how this surgery is going to go, I know it's easy for me to say, but instead of worrying how this surgery is going to go, maybe just think about the outcome. Just focus on the actual outcome, and everything else in between, forget about it. Just focus on the happy outcome, and the happy outcome is going to be, the happy outcome is going to happen. So this is the message that I wanted to say to those of you who are going to become aware of the fact that you are going to need to go through some kind of the actual surgery. So just think about the outcome, think about that and focus on that, and do not let anything in between to pull you down, to bring you down, because by thinking about the happy outcome, you're already putting yourself in the specific mode where you do actually spiritually protect yourself. You invite good into your life, you invite happiness into your life, you invite good luck into your life by actually doing this, instead of like going through the actual darkness and thinking about the negative things and negative aspect that could actually happen. So my message is for those of you who are gonna be having some kind of surgery, to actually think about the outcome, and you are going to be absolutely fine indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Leonie, by the time you get to the part of the mid part of this week, listen to this big mama here. Listen to this big mama. Listen, by the time you get to this mid part of this week, you are going to have this new idea. You need to follow your heart. When it comes to this new idea, you are going to have this new idea, and when it comes to this new idea, this is going to come completely out of the blue, It's like, oh my god, you're going to have this idea, and this, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. And when it comes to that idea, important thing to mention is to follow your heart, my gorgeous Leonie, because that in itself is going to bring into your life success, number one. Number two, it's going to bring courage into your life, especially when it comes to you understanding what baggage do you need to release in order to move on. This is so, so, so important. And also, when it comes to the midweek, what I was going to say is that, you are going to have a feeling like someone is watching you. You are going to have a feeling like someone is watching you, like some kind of a spirit guide and some kind of an angel. And at the time when you have a feeling like how someone is watching over you, this is going to make you feel really good. You're going to feel like, watch. No, I'm joking. Not like that scary watch. But you're going to feel like someone is around you. Somebody's watching over you, because also something is going to happen to you at around the midweek. And you are going to feel like, oh my God, I'm having a great luck. I'm having such a good luck. Like something is going to happen to you and you're going to feel like, oh my God, I really am having a good luck today. You know what I mean? And then at that moment in time, you're also going to become aware of the fact that someone is watching over you, some kind of angel or some kind of a spirit guide. And then at that moment in time, what is actually something really beautiful is going to happen. Now, suddenly you're going to be thinking about the people who you can trust. The people who you can trust are going to be highlighted. And especially when it comes to you having a certain question on your mind, these people who you can trust are going to be playing an important role when it comes to them answering some kind of a question. And there is so much of an additional answers that you're going to be actually having there. And this is also to do with something very personal that you normally don't like to talk to anybody else about, but to those people who you really trust the most. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Leonie, your intuition was already making you aware of this, this horrible person here. And this, you already were aware of this, that someone is really horrible, that it's going to be on your mind. And then what you're going to hear is that basically that particular person got away with something like really horrible, something that they should have never got away with. But then at the same time, this in itself, it's really kind of going to have an effect on you and an impact on you. Like when it comes to you, realizing, that now it's time to align yourself, and now it's time to focus on your inner happiness and things that makes you feel really, really good. And this is something that is actually gonna bring such a big reward into your life, because you, by doing this, you are really you are really creating this moment where, without you even realizing, with the right frame of your mind, with the way you're going to reflect, you're already doing something incredible in terms of the actual manifestation and inviting something into your life. Because very, very soon after that moment in time, my gorgeous Leonie, you are indeed going to become aware of this amazing opportunity that you're going to become aware of. You wouldn't really kind of even notice if you didn't kind of go through all this. Your own intuition, it's kind of really proven to you yet again how powerful you are when it comes to your psychic abilities, because someone is going to get away with something really nasty. So this in itself, it's more about you having proven to you what a powerful intuition you have, which is going to kind of really have an effect on you. Somehow, because of that, you are really going to be reminded of some kind of a dream of yours that you've just kind of left it in the background, and that particular dream is going to take over. And it is most certainly going to really subconsciously lead you towards you having an alignment in your life where you are really gonna want to do absolutely everything in order to be as happy as you possibly can. Everything that doesn't make sense is going to be highlighted, and everything that's missing in your life is going to be highlighted as well. So this is why I said you're going to find this ridiculously rewarding. So it's all going to lead towards you becoming aware of this amazing opportunity. And this opportunity that you're going to become aware of, it's like, oh my God, it's really going to put you in a mode, now it's time for action. But especially when it comes to you doing something that you're super passionate about. But most importantly, this opportunity that you're going to become aware of, this is going to be your wake up time. This is going to be the biggest wake up call you've ever had in your entire life, and you will see exactly why. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.